Hey yo, what is going on guys on YouTube? It is SimpleClay17 here, bringing guys another banger here on my YouTube channel. And today's video for you guys, we're going to be doing the 2020 NFL season week 8 predictions here in this video. Yeah, you guys really seem to enjoy these types of videos and all that, so I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support lately. You guys have absolutely killing it throughout my past couple of videos of these. So yeah, if you guys go on to enjoy today's video of my week 8 predictions here in the NFL 2020 season, make sure to give the video a like down below, and make sure you guys are subscribed as well with those post notifications so you will get notified every single time I do upload a brand new video here on the channel. Anyways guys, let's get right into today's video. So as you guys can see, we are officially in week 8 of the 2020 season, which honestly is really crazy. Like, I can't believe how fast we've gone through throughout this whole NFL season. I mean, honestly, it's been one of my favorite seasons to ever watch. Honestly, like, yes, it's really different because obviously COVID, pandemic, no fans really, but I still enjoy it. There's a lot of high-scoring games. There's a lot of low-scoring games, a lot of defensive performance games, and all that. So, I mean, we've had some crazy plays this year and all that. So, yeah, I really do, I really do like this season, honestly, in NFL. It's definitely one of my favorites that I've ever get to witness, because obviously, I don't know if you guys know about this, but I've been only watching NFL for around 11 years now. So, I mean, I know my cases around the NFL. I know my ways, predicting games and all that. I'm never always perfect, but I mean, I'm pretty good at it. So, yeah. So let's get right into the first game, which we have the Atlanta Falcons, who are 1-6, coming off of a really heartbreaking loss against the Detroit Lions. And then we also have the Carolina Panthers, which are 3-4, and they come off of a pretty good game against the Saints, but just a little bit inconsistent in the offense in the fourth quarter and all that. So, I mean, that's what kind of cost them the game. And also that 65-yard field goal attempt was really close by Joey Sly. So, I mean, I gotta get credit to him. I mean, he put up a great effort in that kick. It was literally that close to being made in the 65-yard attempt. That would have made NFL history. That's crazy to me. But gotta get props to the Saints as well. They did a pretty good job in the second half on defense and all that. So both these teams come off pretty tough losses. In my opinion, I think I'm actually going to go with the Carolina Panthers here, because I think they're the more complete team, in my opinion. I'm hearing that I'm hearing reports saying that Christian McCaffrey actually might be returning this game, or returning back into the NFL, because I believe in week 2 he had like a high ankle sprain. He missed like a good month and a half or something like that. So, it's good to see him back in the field, because obviously Christian McCaffrey is one of the best players in this league as of today and all that. So, I mean, both these defenses, in my opinion, they're not really good, honestly. Their offense is actually not bad. I do like Carolina's more, because I think they're a little bit more consistent, in my opinion, rather than the Falcons and all that. So I'm going to take Carolina. I'm going to go with like a score of, let's say, let's give it 30 to 24 in this game, because I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I'm going to give the edge to Carolina Panthers here. So, yeah, 30 to 24, Carolina Panthers. Next game we have is the 6-0 Pittsburgh Steelers, a.k.a. the undefeated Steelers, and we also have the 5-1 Baltimore Ravens. So this is definitely probably game of the week, in my opinion. I don't think I'm able to watch the game, because obviously, I live right across Tennessee and all that, so I'm probably going to watch the Titans game and all that, which is going to be a good one. Can't wait to see what they could do. But we're not talking about Titans right now. We're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens. So, I wish I could see this game, but again, I don't think I am able to watch it. But I'm expecting a really physical, hard-fighting game in this one. Pittsburgh coming off of a pretty dominant performance against Tennessee in the first half, but I mean, was a little inconsistent and uncharacteristic in that second half against Tennessee, only putting up 3 points in that second half. Ben Roethlisberger throwing 3 interceptions that game. Like, you just can't win the games like that. At least the only thing that really kept Pittsburgh from losing that game is because Steven Koskowski missed the game-time field goal to send overtime. And I would bet that the Tennessee Titans probably would have won that game, but gotta give credit to Pittsburgh. They really did stop Derrick Henry. They made Ryan Tannehill a little bit uncomfortable and all that. So, I mean, gotta give credit to Pittsburgh there. The Ravens, in my opinion, are coming off of a bye in the last week, because obviously they didn't play last week because of their bye. But their last game, I believe, was against the Philadelphia Eagles. They were dominating that game, but they almost blew that game, honestly. They almost did. They blew almost a 24-point lead against the Philadelphia Eagles, who are really just not a good team, in my opinion, and all that. So, I also heard that Dez Bryant, I believe, the former Cowboys receiver, I believe he actually did sign with the Baltimore Ravens. So I mean, that gives Lamar Jackson someone to throw to, because that Ravens wide receiver core is really just inconsistent. I think they are 31st in passing yards per game, so that's really not that good. They're a really good running team. They have a good line, but it's just they gotta get that passing game going all that. So I really don't know what to say at this one. Like, I think it could be a low-scoring game, in my opinion. I think both these defenses are really good, and their offenses are pretty good. But it's just which team is going to be the first team to, get really inconsistent and turn the ball over. We'll see in this game. I think I'm going to go with Pittsburgh this one. I hate to do this to the Ravens because I usually never go against the Ravens, but I think Pittsburgh, I think they're going to keep undefeated. I'm going to give them like a 24-21 win over the Baltimore Ravens. So, I'm expecting this week for Pittsburgh to keep it undefeated, and Ravens, they're going to fall a little bit down in the AFC North. Next game we have is the 5-2 LA Rams, who are coming off of a very impressive performance against Chicago Bears. Only holding the Bears to no offensive touchdowns, but did give up a defensive touchdown. But I mean, that defense was just scary good. But again, Chicago's not really known for their good offense. Miami coming off of a bye week. I've heard that Tua Tagovailoa, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, the former Alabama quarterback from college, I believe he is starting this game, so we're going to finally see our first action with, Tua Tagovailoa and all that. This game, honestly, I really feel like Tua's not going to have a good game. I'm sorry if any of you Dolphins fans are watching this, but I really don't think he's going to have a good game. I don't know why they're even starting him. I get it, but, he's going to be the future of the Dolphins, my opinion. If Ryan Fitzpatrick, just can't stay in the team for a while, or else he could retire maybe soon or something. But Tua's the future, but Dolphins they could still make the playoffs and all that, because, they're only a couple games, I think they're like a game and a half away from first place in the division against the Bills. So, I mean, they could still make the playoffs, but I unfortunately think they're going to lose this game. I'm going to get the Rams an edge. I'm going to give them like a 27-19 win for the LA Rams. So, 27-19 LA Rams. They'll prove to 6-2. This game, oh gosh, okay, yep, this is definitely the best game of the week in my opinion. No, not the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ravens. This is the best game of the week. We got the 0-7 Jets and the 6-1 Kansas City Chiefs. Jets fans. If any of you guys are Jets fans, I don't know what to say, honestly. Like, this is gonna be not a very good game. Jets, they kept it close against the Bills, but, really just absolute god-awful in the second half. Only putting up 4 yards in the second half against the Bills. They didn't have a bad defense last week. They didn't give up any touchdowns in that game, so, that's pretty. I guess that's somewhat good, but that offense is just so bad. Kansas City coming off a very dominating performance against the Broncos, 43-16, I believe. And this is not going to be a good game. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. This you don't want to see this. Honestly, this is not going to be a good game. But also watch the replay in this, and then all of a sudden see the Jets are in this game. That'd be pretty funny, honestly. The Jets win against the Chiefs, but let's just be honest, it's probably not going to happen. So I'm going to get the Chiefs to win. I'm going to give them 34 to, let's say, 14. So 34-14 at the Kansas City Chiefs, improving to 7-1. Next game, we have the 1-5 Minnesota Vikings coming off of a bye. Their last game was against the Atlanta Falcons. They, I believe, lost 40-23, I'm pretty sure. Sorry guys if I don't remember the exact score, but, really, just, this team is just really, I'm not going to say they've given up, but, they are just not doing good. Kirk Cousins has been so inconsistent this year, throwing a ton of interceptions. Dalvin Cook's been great, but their offensive line's terrible. Justin Jefferson's good. Adam Thielen's good. Alexander Madison's pretty good. Sort of a mini running back there in Minnesota. That defense is so bad. Mike Zimmer's always known for his defense, but not this year. No. Green Bay coming off of a win against the Texans, I believe 35-20. So they are 5-1, I'm pretty sure. Are they 5-1? Yeah, they're 5-1. So this game, we're not going to give too much explanation. I'm just going to give Green Bay Packers to win. I'm going to give them, let's go 27-21. 27-21, Green Bay Packers. A little close, honestly, but I'm going to give the edge to Packers. And then my Colts. We are coming off of a bye week. We're 4-2. Our last game was against Cincinnati. Absolutely terrible first quarter we had. Just losing 21-0. It was such a rough first quarter, but Phil Rivers coming in clutch, man. I mean, this was his best game of the year against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's pass defense ain't bad, honestly. It's just that run defense is terrible. But our run game in that game was just not good. But our passing game was really good. So, Phil Rivers had his best game 2 weeks ago. They still have one of the best defenses in the league, in my opinion, top 5, in my opinion. Yes, I know we were against pretty not good teams, but we've been doing pretty good at defense. We have a good run defense. We have a really good pass defense and all that. The Lions are coming off of a very amazing comeback win against the Atlanta Falcons. They're 3-3. They're starting to kind of click in, but again, they've gone against 2 1-6 teams. Like, that's really not that impressive. They almost lost against Falcons, and they dominated the Jaguars. So, not the best, wins, but hey, it's 2 wins for you guys. So, I feel like this could be a little bit of a trap game for the Colts, honestly. Like, yes, you might think the Colts would definitely win this because, Detroit, they've only gone against 2 really crappy 1-6 teams, the Falcons and Jaguars. But honestly, I do like that Lions offense. I think they can definitely, keep it in like a shootout game and all that. But, that defense is getting better, but I still don't think it's really that good. So, obviously, you guys know me. I'm actually a Colts fan and all that. I've been a lifelong Colts fan ever since I've ever watched the NFL. I'm going to give the Colts an edge barely. Like, I'm going to give them a barely win this game. I'm going to give them like 24-20 in this game. Really low scoring game, in my opinion. I don't think this is going to be a really high scoring game, but you never know with Phil Rivers, honestly, and Matthew Stafford. So, 24-20, Colts will improve to 5-2. Lions will fall to 3-4. This game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders, who are 3-3. They coming off of a very ugly loss against the Bucs. They were close in that game, but until the fourth quarter, they just started falling apart for them. So, that's not really good. Cleveland Browns coming off of an amazing game against Cincinnati, and all that. So they're 5-2. They're starting to roll a bit and all that. Honestly, Baker Mayfield, I think he's good, but only against Cincinnati. That's really it. He's always done great against Cincinnati. 30% of his wins, guys, have come against Cincinnati. So that's not really a lot to talk about to him and all that. So this game, honestly, I have a feeling the Raiders are going to win this one. I'm going to give the edge to the Raiders this one. I'm actually going to I think the Raiders are going to win this game. I'm going to give them a 30 points to the Raiders. I'm going to give the Browns I'll give the Browns like 23. I think the Raiders are going to win by 1 touchdown. This actually could be my upset the week right here. So, yeah, 23 wins, to the Las Vegas Raiders. And they'll improve to 4-3. Browns will fall to 5-3. Next game, we got the 5-1 Tennessee Titans, who are coming off of a very scary loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But again, Pittsburgh's probably one of the more, balanced teams out there. Cincinnati, coming off of a very heartbreaking loss against the Browns. Game you probably definitely should have had. Cincinnati's blown a lot of leads this year as well, like the Falcons and all that. So, that's not good. But Joe Burrow's playing out of his mind, honestly. Like, I think he's done really well. He's made that Bengals franchise, they're competing in games this year, which I like. Coming in this year for Joe Burrow, you really expected the Cincinnati to just say, like, hey, let's just see what the kid has out there. And oh my goodness, he is actually insane. So, this game, I have a feeling it's going to be a shootout. Both these defenses are not very good. I think Cincinnati has a little bit of a better defense, but I think Titans definitely have a better offense. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a very good game. Taylor's going to have a very good game. I think Joe Burrow's going to even have definitely have a good game here. And then Joe Mixon, I don't know if he's going to be back or something, but they really didn't need him because Giovanni Bernard had a really good game last week. Coming up clutch with that 4th and inches goal line touchdown there to give Cincinnati the lead and all that. So I have a feeling this is definitely going to be a shootout. I'm going to give the Titans the edge just barely here. I'm going to give them like a 34-27 this game. I think it's going to be a close game because obviously, these are 2 very high-powered offenses and their defenses have not been very good this year. So, I'm going to give the edge to the Titans here, 34-27 Titans, and they'll prove to 6-1. Cincinnati will fall to 1-6-1. Next game, we have the New England Patriots, who are coming off of probably the worst loss I think I've seen of them in such a long time. And Foxborough definitely, coming off a 33-6 loss over the Patriots, 49ers. Bills coming off of a really just disgusting win against the Jets. When you're against the Jets, you should definitely win by like maybe at least 2 touchdowns. They only won by 8 points, and their offense didn't score a touchdown. So, I mean, I'm a little scared for them. I think they will get better as the season goes, but they've got some tough games coming up, so we need to really see if, are they going to be the actual Bills who were like so high powered in their first 4 games, or are they going to continue struggling, like they did against the Titans, definitely the Titans, the Chiefs definitely, and just the Jets and all that. So I'm not very comfortable with that Bills win over the Jets, but I'm going to give the edge to the Bills. I think the Bills, I think they're more of a complete team than the Patriots because, Cam Newton's been absolutely god-awful these last, 2 weeks and all that. So I'm going to give the Bills the edge. I'm going to give them like maybe, let's go like 23-17 this game. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game, honestly, because both these offenses are, Bills' offense isn't bad, but they've been pretty bad these last 3 weeks. Patriots' offense is really bad, and their defense is definitely not the same as last year. They missed so many tackles this year. The Bills' defense, I think, is still pretty good. So, I'm going to get the Bills the edge. 23-17. Bills will improve to 6-2, and the Patriots will fall to 2-5. Next game we have is the LA Chargers, 2-4, who are coming off of a very great game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I get it's the Jaguars, but honestly, Justin Herbert is playing out of his dang mind, honestly. Like that kid's so amazing. He has like over 300 yards average, or 300 passing yards per game in average this year. He's got 12 touchdowns, I believe, and compared to like 3 interceptions. So he's been playing out of his mind. I absolutely love their weapons and all that. Their defense, I'm a little concerned about, but honestly, I think they still have a okay defense. I think they're probably in the middle ranking. Denver, they're pretty heavily injured, in my opinion. It's not been a good year again for, not a good starting year to start the season for the Denver Broncos. I thought coming into this year, I thought they could be a really complete team. Drew Lock, Cortland Sutton, fortunately out for the year. Jerry Jeudy, I think, would definitely have a breakout year. Hasn't really had a breakout year, or like one game where he's done good. I think it was against the Jets, though, where he had a pretty good game. So, in that defense, it's just so banged up. Von Miller, after the year, so unfortunate for him, man. Like he's one of the best players to play in this league as of, today in the NFL. Fortunately, he's been out for, since the beginning of this year and all that. So I'm actually going to pick the Chargers this game. I'm going to give the edge to the Chargers. I'm going to give them like a I'm only going to give the Chargers 28-17 win over here. It could definitely turn around. We can maybe see the Denver Broncos could maybe turn their season around with this win. But I'm going to get the edge of the Chargers 28-17. And they'll prove to 3-4. And the Denver Broncos will fall to 2-5. Next game we have, oh boy, this is another good game, honestly. We have the 4-3 San Francisco 49ers. We're coming off of one of their best games of the year against the New England Patriots. So, 33-6 win. Jimmy G's been a little bit inconsistent, but, he's made some good throws, but really made some, bad throws. George Kittle's been, pretty consistent. That running game for the 49ers is absolutely amazing, in my opinion. Their own line's really good. And their defense is starting to get back to the way they were last year, being one of the best defenses in the league. Yes, they're injured. They don't have like a Nick Bosa, but their pass rush is still pretty decent. So, I do like the 49ers, as of right now. I know the record-wise, they don't seem like they are the same team, but honestly, they're starting to kind of click. Seattle coming off of a very, I'm not going to say like a bad loss, but like a really like weird loss, honestly, against the Arizona Cardinals. I believe it was 37-34, an overtime win for the Arizona Cardinals. And yes, guys, I did pick Arizona, okay? I was not, going to pick Seattle. I was thinking of Seattle, but I was just like, you know what? I think Cardinals could do it. And they did, which I picked them by like 1 point, and they won by 3 points. So, that's a really good job by the Cardinals. Russell Wilson, I'm not going to say he was bad, but like he really made some interception throws that were like, what was he doing? He threw an interception like way down in the end zone, and it got easily picked up by Patrick Peterson. And he made one in overtime where it was picked up by Isaiah Simmons, and it was just like right to Isaiah Simmons. So, the Cardinals defense definitely stepped up to the second half, making Russell Wilson uncomfortable in that game late in the game and all that. So, this one, like, I really could see the 49ers pulling off an upset, but I think I'm going to give the edge to the Seahawks just barely because I think they definitely have a better offense, but 49ers defense can make some plays against the Seahawks. both these, Seattle's defense is still really awful in my opinion. I believe actually, in the news, NFL news, I've heard that Carlos Dunlap from the Cincinnati Bengals defensive end, he actually went to the Seahawks. I mean, that could maybe get some pass rush to sack the quarterback, because they've not done that at all this year. I heard they're getting Jamal Adams hopefully back this week, so we can see how good is Seattle on defense. I mean, they've been so banged up this year, and they've been really consistent in getting to the quarterback. So I'm gonna give the edge to the Seahawks this game. I'm gonna give the Seahawks the edge this game. I'm gonna give them like a 31-28 this game. I think it's definitely going to be a high-scoring game, because obviously the Seahawks defense is awful, but the 49ers offense has been a little bit inconsistent, but, they're starting to get back to the way they were and all that. So, 31-28, Seattle wins. They'll improve to, I believe, 6-1, and the 49ers will fall to 4-4. All right, last of the 3 o'clock games we have is the 4-2 Saints, who are coming off of a little bit shaky, win over the Carolina Panthers. Their defense has just been really inconsistent this year. They're the 24th best scoring 24th worst scoring defense, and all that. They've not gone to the quarterback at all this year, and all that. I mean, their offense, I still think it's pretty solid. I heard rumors that Michael Thomas may not even be. I heard that the Saints might be trained, but I feel like that's just I don't think that's true, honestly. I think that's just rumors. I don't think it's actually going to happen, but we'll see. And the Chicago Bears, coming off a really disappointing loss against the Rams. A game like we kind of did. We were going to see if maybe the Bears were for real, and they definitely were not for real. Nick Foles had a really awful game, throwing 2 interceptions. The first one, I wouldn't say it was like his fault, honestly, but it was just a good, a defensive play by Tyler Rapp right there, I believe. Rams safety, I believe. So, I mean, that really wasn't Nick Foles' fault. It wasn't a bad throw, but again, it's some throw I guess you can't make. And then the second interception, it was just like a Hail Mary situation from Bears, and it got picked up by Jalen Ramsey easily. So, their defense was a little bit struggling in that game against the Rams. Second half, I'm not going to say stepped it up, but obviously they got a defensive touchdown, but it really didn't matter, honestly. I'm going to pick the Saints this one. I think it's going to be a pretty low scoring game. I'm going to give the Saints maybe like a 20. I'm going to go 20-14 in this game. Honestly, I just can't see this being a really high scoring game unless the Bears offense finally does something in this game. I'm going to get the edge to the Saints 20-14. Pretty ugly game, honestly. Really low scoring, but going to get the edge to the Saints. So Saints will improve to 5-2, and the Bears will fall to 5-3 with their second straight loss. And then the Sunday Night Football game, probably, I bet no one even wants to watch this game. It's for first place in NFC East, but it's so bad, honestly. This is probably the worst division ever in NFL history, in my opinion. So we have the 2-5 Dallas Cowboys, who are coming off of a 25-3 loss over Washington football team. And I've heard they may not even be starting this game. So obviously, if you guys didn't see my last video, I talked about Andy Dalton's head-to-head helmet hit by John Bostic, the Washington football team's linebacker. That was really scary, bro. I hope Andy Dalton's okay in concussion protocol. I think he's still in there, but I hope he gets better and hopefully plays again this season. Zeke Elliott's been really consistent. Their own line's been banged up. The receiving core, this is funny, or it's not funny, but this is something you guys probably don't even expect out of the Cowboys receivers. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper. Cooper had, I believe, 9 catches for 80 yards, and CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup had a whopping 0 catches that game. So, that's not very good. Dalton Schultz has been a little bit inconsistent and all that. So, I mean, in their defense, oh my God, it's probably the worst defense in my opinion. Dallas has always had. This year, they've always had bad defense, except for week 1. They were a little bit better, but I mean, it really doesn't matter, honestly. And the Philadelphia Eagles coming off of a really amazing comeback against the Giants. Honestly, when it was 21-10, I was like, okay, yeah, there's no way the Eagles are going to come back because they've been struggling this game. But, gotta get credit to Carson Wentz in this game, putting off of a very good fourth quarter performance against the Giants. But we need to see if he can do good all throughout the game, because he just can't be doing good only in the fourth quarter. He just can't. He has to be really consistent. He has to take care of the ball, and I think he should definitely do that in this game. I'm really not expecting this game to be close. Honestly, I'm gonna get the Eagles the edge this one. I'm gonna get the Eagles. Let's go 27-17 this game and all that. So Eagles will still be in first place at 3-4-1. Cowboys will fall to 2-6. So yeah, that's why I have for Sunday Night Football. And then the final game, of week one. Why am I talking about week one? We're talking about week 8 here. So final game of week 8, we have the Monday Night Football game. We have the 5-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're coming off of they've been really good these last 2 weeks. Like, I gotta give so much credit to Todd Bowles. That defensive coordinator has been absolutely unbelievable. Their offense has been clicking last week and all that. So, they're finally starting to feel like that Super Bowl team that, everybody was thinking, this could definitely be a Super Bowl team. And they definitely seem like they are, and all that. And then the New York Giants, come off of a very tough loss against the Eagles. When you expect to, be up big in the fourth quarter, you can definitely most expect to see them not blow that lead. Fortunately, they did and all that. So, I was a little bit salty that the Giants lost last week because I picked them last week and all that. So, I'm a little salty about this one. I feel like the Giants can make this game a little bit close, in my opinion. I know that seems crazy, honestly, because, we all expect the Buccaneers to absolutely blow out the Giants. The Giants, they usually like to keep games this close, and I think it could happen maybe like third quarter or something, but then I think fourth quarter is where the Buccaneers start to get rolling and all that. So I'm going to get the Buccaneers to win here. I'm going to give the Buccaneers 31 to 23 in this game. One possession game, 8-point game, I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to get the edge to the Buccaneers and all that. So, anyways, guys, that is all my Week 8 predictions right there for, NFL 2020 season, Week 8 and all that. So, yeah, if you guys going to enjoy today's video, make sure to give the video a like down below, and make sure you guys are subscribed as well with this post notifications so you will get notified every single time I do upload a brand new video if you're on the channel. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.